Welcome to Phoenix TV. New location for us. We're in lovely Wales. I was going to learn how to say welcome in Wales, but I was too busy, so I'll get that one for the next one. And we're here at Deeside, where we're taking on the Swindon Wildcats.
It's the start of another season. It's been a summer unlike any other. The long road back to Manchester starts now. The Phoenix win the opening draw. O'Flaherty will work it back to Russell and across to Boothroyd. Up the boards, the Wildcats keep it alive, and the shot will be held by Steve Foam for the game's first whistle. Boothroyd nicely shields it away from McEwen. And then we'll loft it. It's off the glove of Matt Selby. Can Kovar get onto this? Yes, he can. 2-on-1 for the Phoenix into the zone. Kovar across. Alton, good stop. Jordan Headley. Richardson from the point shoots up high. Foam making the save. Good stop on the rebound as well on Corey McEwen. Hope, nice little flip through. Kovar will stretch his legs again, drives his way into the zone. Will go all the way around the net. First penalty of the game will be called. Nico Altonen gets onto the puck for the Phoenix. He'll hold play towards the front. They score! Gareth O'Flaherty! Lovely work from Nico Altonen to hold the puck. Nobody picks up O'Flaherty, and he taps it past the glove of Jordan Headley. The Phoenix are off and running at Deeside. Manchester 1, Swindon 0. Trying to work it in front. It's off the skate of Kovar back to Malasinski. Looks to drive his way out front. The Phoenix get the sticks in the way again, and down the ice will come. Kovar leads the charge. He's got Alton on the left-hand side. O'Flaherty going back door, looking for a tip. It's off his skate, not his stick. The Wildcats can't get it clear though. Ben Wood, winding, faking, looking for a tip. It's towards the back door. Chance and they score! Nico Altonen! Nicely worked around the zone by the Phoenix. Ben Wood didn't panic. The tip went back door, and Nico Altonen taps it in past Jordan Headley. The Phoenix double their money. Late in the first, it's Manchester 2, Swindon 0. The Wildcats will look to work it out front. The backhand pass to Ryan, and that's surely a hook from Sammy Ryan. Nothing called. Lovely pass by Ben Wood. Can Satek get the legs on his man? Yes, he can. He settles it down, goes backhand and scores! Michael Satek. Lovely long pass from Ben Wood. Satek kept his feet through the dive of Neil Lydiard and slips it through the legs of Jordan Headley. First Phoenix goal for Michael Satek, and it's Manchester 3, Swindon 0. And then back to Ben Russell. Rims it, it's taking an awful bounce off the netting. Nell setting up Malasinski, who can't get a shot away, comes back to him, waiting, good stop by Foam. Puck's loose in the scramble of bodies. Kostel works it loose, gets it back, big shot from Matt Selby, save made by Foam. It'll bounce down in front again. Kostel trying to force it home. There's all kinds of bodies in the crease. Foam's down on the ice, and Tom Perring will blow the whistle. I think Foam's got the puck under all of that. Nell wins the draw. Selby from the left point will play it down low. Kostel bumped off the puck by Ben Wood, but does well to win it back. One timer from Nell. Glove save, Stephen Foam. Aaron Nell got a hold of that one, but Stevie Foam flashes the leather and keeps it 3-0. Tip comes in, Foam was a bit far over, but it doesn't go. Played out front, chance, good stop by Foam, comes back to Zalasak again, good save by Foam again, twice and 3 times. Foam gets square to it all the time, and it will not go from Miroslav Zalasak. Kostel and Archer down on the ice in all sorts of a bundle, but the Phoenix have done a good job there. The Wildcats will break in 2-on-1. McEwen delaying, slides it across. Great stop by Foam with the left pad. Stevie Foam with some absolute robbery on Sammy Ryan, and the puck's deflected through to the other side. Kovar skates onto it. Phoenix will come away short-handed as it's played ahead. Ben Wood's in, out of the box. The Phoenix have a 3-on-2. Wood slap pass towards O'Flaherty, comes out. Kovar scores! That's an absolute rocket from Robin Kovar as it came to him off the boards, and he goes tippy, top corner on Jordan Headley. It's a short-handed goal from the Phoenix, and it's Manchester 4, Swindon 0. And then plays it round the boards. Russell can just fire it off the boards and all the way down the ice to Jordan Headley. Headley trying to backhand around, he's almost had his pocket picked by Alton. It comes down off the back of the net. Alton played it in front towards Kovar, who will put it in. Well, the Phoenix nearly made an absolute pig's ear of that as Nico Altonen, instead of tucking it in, tried to play it to Kovar, but it came back to Altonen, who then gave it to Kovar. It's another short-handed goal for the Phoenix, and it's Manchester 5, Swindon 0. Phoenix will bring it the other way. Neil finds Archer, who goes cross ice with a lovely pass to find Satek towards the front of the net. Headley scoops it back out, and Stanislav Bron scores. Rookie mistake from Jordan Headley. He didn't look up as he scooped the puck out. It was right on the tape of Stan O'Gron, and he duly obliges with the finish. It's Manchester 6, Swindon 0. Lydiard, long passes off the stick of O'Flaherty. Zalasak will skate onto it as Ben Wood gets as far as Malasinski. Deflection in front. Costello can pick it up. Played out front towards Malasinski. Good stop by Foam, but the rebound's put in. Jan Costello it is, as the rebound from Malasinski came off the pad of Stephen Foam, and the shutout is broken with 6:34 to go. It's Phoenix 6, Swindon 1. And now Zalasak again. Lydiard playing it across. Nell will settle it down and look for an option. Tip comes in and they score. Thomas Malasinski it is in the box. It was nicely worked by Swindon. Nell gets the tip through Stephen Foam. It's a power play goal for Swindon, and it's Manchester 6, Swindon 2. Corson Heron, who stick handles his way inside. He'll nicely work it back to James Neal, and the Phoenix will start the Deeside era with a resounding win. If it's an indication of things to come, we're going to be in for a very enjoyable and very entertaining season. The Manchester Phoenix follow up last night's draw with a resounding win on home ice. The final score is Manchester Phoenix 6, Swindon Wildcats 2.
Right, Phoenix TV after a resounding 6-2 win against the Swindon Wildcats. Pretty good weekend for us, a good crowd, good atmosphere. And I got man of the match after an absolutely outstanding game, especially second period. Stevie Phone. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Tambo.
You had a bit of work to do that second period, didn't you?
Yeah, it got quite busy down my end, but I thought we dug in as a team, and it's one of them where you start battling for each other now in these pre-season friendlies, and you take that into the season. So I think we worked hard in our end. I was busy, but the D were busy also, and I thought we worked quite well tonight.
I think one of the things that I noticed quite a lot was the fact that the imports don't normally, but they were tracking back and checking back quite a lot tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I think it goes to show we've got a good bunch, and even though we've only been together, this is the fourth day we've been together, I think we've shown a good team mentality, and that we're going to stick together and grind out wins and grind out shift by shift. And I think, as you say, it showed in not just the Brits but the imports as well.
But back to yourself, I mean, do you enjoy being that busy?
Yeah and no. It's tough. I say I was blowing a little bit at the end of the second, but killing them penalties. But it is, in a way, it's good to be busy. It keeps you active, and you don't have to quite as concentrate as hard, if that makes sense. 'Cause sometimes, if you're not getting much to do, you have to keep your focus, and it can be a bit tougher. So, although I'm used to both ends of the scale, so I don't mind. But it is nice to be facing a few shots, as long as they're not too difficult,
Yeah, well, see, I mean, looking at the weekend, I mean, somebody turned around and said to me later on there, I think the team and the coach have learned more in these two games than in the last 3 years playing the Steel Dogs' first couple of games.
Yeah, I think it's been better hockey. It's certainly been better for me as a goalie. I think I've been facing better shooters. It's just normally the Steel Dogs games, I think there's so much behind them being the War of the Roses that we don't always get the best hockey out of it. I think it always ends up being a bit of a gritty affair because of the history between the teams and so forth. So I think because of it's more two skilled teams and less history behind it, as you say, I think we got better hockey out of it rather than it being a gritty game.
So on to next weekend, a different challenge. We've got Telford twice, different type of team altogether. It's going to be interesting again.
Yeah, they've got a great squad again, and it's going to be a tough weekend. But why not test yourself against last season champions early on? So we'll test ourselves against them, see how we go, and then we can work on things for the season.
So right, just to wrap it up, really, not a bad turnout crowd-wise. Nobody knew how this was going to turn out, but looked fairly full up there, and we tried to be a bit noisy for you.
Yeah, it certainly was noisy out there. I mean, I don't know if you can hear my voice is going a little bit, 'cause I'm trying to talk to my D out there, so I was having to shout a bit because it was noisy out there. So you know, they've certainly made it as home, that's for sure. First game, couldn't ask for anything more from the fans, and you know, I think we can turn it into a bit of a fortress now after that showing as well. So really pleased with it.
Oh, certainly a positive weekend, and let's go next week. Steve, thanks very much, and cracking weekend. Bye.
Cheers, Sambo.
That was Phoenix TV for the first week of the season, well, pre-season. A draw away and a big victory at home with 9 goals scored. Lots and lots of positives, and maybe make those on the Hockey Forum think a little bit that took us down for the bottom end of the league. All very promising, and next week a double challenge against Telford. Next Sunday, home match, 6:30 face-off here at Deeside against the Telford Tigers. See you there.